breathingwiththemarkets.com. Today it is April 25th, 2026. Let's go ahead and talk about some prop firms, payments, payment delays, see what we can get ourselves into, okay? Rule number one, believe nothing you hear in half of what you see. That means half of what you read. Just because somebody puts it in writing doesn't mean they're going to follow through. Just because it's not in writing doesn't mean it doesn't apply to you, right? Prop firms. Why are prop firms changing the rules all the time? What happened to their business plan? And then all of a sudden they say the reason they're changing the rules is because the industry is changing. Nothing is changing, traders. What's changing is their bottom line. What's changing is they allow YOLO crews and gambling crews to get to the leaderboards. That's what's changing, right? Don't believe leaderboards. There's no such thing as a leaderboard. And when you have rules change day after day, month after month, year after year, right? How did the friends of the family and Thick Meat Pad crew get to the top of the leaderboard? Think about this, right? A lot of them just need to shut their suck, right? They really do. Because it's the actions, not the words. It's the actions that speak volume, right? Not the words, not the false promises. Traders, I've been saying this from day one on YouTube. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I've said this many, many times. Prop firms cringe when they have good traders on their books. They cringe. Yes, they do. That is a negative P&L for them. That is a negative P&L. The business plan is for people to fail. The business plan is for them to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze traders. Just this last week, and I'm not bashing on Take Profit Trader. This is not about one prop firm, okay? These are my experiences, right? My experiences. But just in last week, having 8 accounts that were profitable, blown up according to their system, but they're all in profit, and then taking 4 days, approximately 4 days, to get those accounts back, which delayed me in possibly getting a payout down the road, or blowing them up down the road, or passing them down the road, whatever it may be. And then I take a payout on Thursday, and today, still no money. It's still pending. How can something be pending, right? I took a payout Thursday night. Let's check it out. Look down here at the bottom right. April 23rd, 2026, 9:49 p.m. my time. Balance available for withdrawal, $425, right? I made $1,925 that day. That's on the 23rd. That is Thursday night. I put in for a payout. Here it is. Available for withdrawal. The amount I'll receive is $340, Thursday night. Your request has been sent. Okay. This can take up to 12 hours, but usually a lot sooner. Okay, I get it. And then we're at the pending withdrawal request. Now it says the date is April 24th. But see, traders, their dates are messed up also. We live in America. I just don't understand this. Why don't their dates match the real date in America if you have an American company? I don't get it. I don't know why they do this. Okay? It doesn't make any sense to me. If anybody can explain why, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I appreciate everything. So, but if you notice, Take Profit Trader, it's not on the same schedule as you and I. Okay? Let's go ahead and move on over to the website. Okay, here we are on the website. Let's go to the wallet. Look at this. Right here, the history, deposit succeeded, but the pending is still pending. Look at today's date in the bottom right-hand corner. I put in for Thursday. Today is Saturday. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Where's the 24-hour or less turnaround? Is that for the chosen few? I don't know. Is that for you? I don't know. Is that for me? Obviously not, right? Obviously not. We have to talk real. Get out of this fantasy land. Get out of thinking that you're going to run up these accounts and you're going to be a multi-million-dollar trader one day. That's not going to happen. The reason that's not going to happen is when they see talent, they're going to always squeeze you out of the area. You're better off gambling, but I'm not telling you to gamble because the gamblers are making it to the top, right? The people that have integrity, the people that actually have a skill are not making it to the top. They're putting a lid on it, right? They're putting a lid on it, and they're not making it to the top. There's a reason for that, right? They want people to believe that you can get there. But in reality, you can't get there if you do it the right way. You cannot get there if you do it the right way. But that's okay, because here at Breathing with the Markets, I teach you how to trade. Because once these prop firms dissolve or make the rules so hard, they're going to have very few traders that can even trade with them. But guess what? If it's all skill, traders at Breathing with the Markets will be able to trade. I've been saying this. Follow me. I will lead you. I'm not going to lead you down a rat hole. I am leading the way. Everything I say materializes and it becomes factual. I said this over and over and over again. It is what it is. Check this out. Imagine I just had a mentee, trader, Joe, go through this experience. He had this vision. He was going to get his accounts up to where it was enough and move it on over at Top Step. Maybe 100 grand, whatever he wanted, right? Whatever he was allowed to do. As he was creeping up and up to approximately $40,000, all of a sudden he says, Rich, I'm going to take out 2 $5,000 payments, whatever that conversation was, or 5,000 and then 5,000 later, or whatever it was, okay? And then I'm going to keep building the accounts up. Great. He's in the pocket, right? He's moving forward. He has a legitimate plan, right? Not to gamble, but to get there based on his trading skills and to prove to himself he can do it. by trading, by having a skill in the market and not gambling. And what happens? The smackdown comes without notice. The day before, he was going to take out payouts, rightfully his account's frozen, put on pause, taking a few days. The $10,000 that he was going to take out of 2 different accounts, or wherever it was, I'm talking in summary, was transferred over to a live account, along with, accordingly, $40,000 was transferred, and apparently $40,000 total was supposed to be transferred over there. Was it? Who knows? Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. Then he gets there and he starts to trade and he only has $10,000. Well, let me ask you a question. Whose $10,000 was that? Let me ask you a simple question and use your head. Think logically. The $10,000 he was trading with, whose money was that? It was Joe's money. That was the money he was going to take out in payments. So was it forced? So, hey, you're not taking this and you're not putting this in your own bank account. We're moving your money over to our bank account and you're going to trade the 10 grand and we're going to make 10% off of you. Thank you for signing up. Now, whoa, wait a minute. Where did the 30,000 go? Above the 10 grand. Oh, you have to prove that you can do it again. Whoa, wait a minute. How does this work? I don't know how it works. Maybe there's rules and regulations and all this, but I don't know how this works. It just doesn't sound okay to me. That if you transfer 40,000 and you're saying that traders are actually in a funded account, and what they see is what they get. And if you get over 60 days of trading, are you able to take all of it out with a percentage? What happened to those days, right? Where are those days at? You see, when people can pick and choose on different traders with different rules, different regulations, what happened to all the $150,000 crews that transferred their money over? Did they get the whole $150,000? Let's think about it. And if not, why wasn't that disclosed? How did not one trader moving over to live with Top Step not disclose what actually happens when you get there? Is there a non-disclosure? And why would there be? Because if you're advertising that you can buy 5 $150,000 accounts and get them to $150,000 and move that money over, who's done that? And where did it go? Where's it at? Where's the proof? What happens? So is that money even yours? Oh, Rich, it's simulated money. No, it's not. You call it whatever you want to call it. I call it live. It's a funded account. And you're taking payouts and draws from your funded account. They're just adding rules to it. And when you keep beating the rules, they just take it from you. Did that happen? That's for you to decide. So whether they like you or not, whether you've taken too many payouts or not, right? What happened to the $100,000 club? Are those days gone? Traders, if you think you're just going to build up an account to $15,000 and not take anything, you're living in fantasy land. You're living in fantasy land. When you get money in your account, take it. Best advice. When you get money in your account and you are available for withdrawal, you better fucking take it. They owe you nothing. You are set up to fail if you don't take it. Why? Because they keep kicking the can down the road. When you're close to a payout and they know it, they kick that can further down the road. When you're close to that payout, they kick that can further down the road. When you build up cushion in all of your accounts, what happens? Timeout. Oh, you want to take another payout? Guess what? We're not going to allow you to take a payout. We're going to transfer your payout money that you could have put in your own pocket, that you could have paid off all of your, listen to me carefully, that you could have paid off all of your test accounts that you purchased, combines that you purchased, PA accounts that you purchased, everything in a prop firm that you have to do, evaluations, all of that. You could have paid all of that off, but no. We're going to transfer it over to our account and we're going to call it live. And you're going to trade your payout, whether you like it or not, on our time. And guess what? We still get 10%. Wait a minute. The fuck? Are you thinking, traders? Of course not. The gamblers don't think. The gamblers don't know how to trade. Because I know traders. If you follow me, this is a trader's channel. This isn't a fake guru channel. This isn't gambling channel. This isn't you only live once channel. This is about structure. Structuring your life, structuring your trading so you can gain a skill and have stability in your life. That's right, have stability in your life. Because trading in my program, my communications, off the record, one-on-one will help you in life in general. It will help you in a positive way. I am a strong backbone individual and I will speak and I will tell you the truth whether you like it or not. And if I don't know something, I'm gonna flat out say, I don't know. I don't guess my way through life. I don't guess my way through success. If I flat out don't know, I'm not gonna pretend I know. You can't outread a chart. Why? Because once you know how to read that fucking market, like the back of your hand, your fingerprints, right? There's nothing else to fucking read. It's there. It's like reading the same book over and over and over again. And you know what's going to happen next. And you know what chapter's next. And you know what's in that chapter. And you know when it's at the end. And you know what's when you have to close the book at the last page and start over. That's called reading a chart. How you get there is up to you. You keep following fake gurus. So do the simple math. Check this out. Here's $40,000 in your funded account. You're getting ready to take a payout of $10,000. All of a sudden you're blocked. You're told you're going to live. You think I'm going to live. Great. I have $40,000. I don't know what the rules say, but we're going to look into them. And then all of a sudden you get there and find out that the only money that you're trading with is the actual money you were going to take out in payouts. And I said, I asked Joe, I said, hey Joe, what happened to the $30,000 that went over there? I don't know, just went away. Wait a minute, that's your money. How can it just go away? So all of these $150,000 accounts, they're not $150,000. You're wasting your time getting it up to the top. And they're not gonna allow you to get up to the top because the YOLO crews and the fake ass gurus and their fake ass leaderboards ruined all that for all of you that have a skill. That's a fact. Let me say this again. All of the YOLO crews and the fake ass gurus and the fake ass leaderboards ruined it for good fucking traders. That's right. And they don't know how to get rid of them. But instead of getting rid of them, they joined them and they became fake as fuck. Now all of a sudden we have slow payouts, accounts disappearing, accounts on hold for several days. How can a multi-million-dollar company run if that's happening to all of the 99% of the gamblers? Or is it just happening to the 0.5% skilled traders? That's right, 0.5% skilled traders. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're king or queen, okay? I teach everyone to start at zero each and every day. If you can look at yourself in the mirror each and every day and you get 1% better each and every day, that's okay. And it doesn't have to be in trading, just in life in general, Good habits equals good returns. It's not about the money. The return is not the money. It's called being able to sleep at night, being able to look at yourself in the mirror. Let's go ahead and check out Top Step's site. Here we are on Top Step's site. Let's see if we can figure out some of these.
Rules and objectives at a glance. Each Express funded account starts with a $0 balance and includes a max loss limit based on your trading combined size. $2,000 for $50,000 accounts, $3,000 for $100,000, and $4,500 for $150,000. Your balance can go below $0 to accommodate your max loss limit. If your max loss limit balance increases to $0, your account will lock at $0. Accounts trading on platforms other than TopStepX are also subject to a daily loss limit as outlined below.
We'll review the full rules.
You can have up to 5 active Express funded accounts at one time. This number may change depending on your activity or participation in other TopStep programs, such as the Focus Trader program. If your account ever drops to or below the maximum loss limit, the account will be permanently closed. This limit is based on your highest end-of-day balance and does not go down if you lose money the next day.
And here's an important point.
Rule adherence is determined solely by TopStep based on your account activity, not by the trading reports or platform metrics. These rules define how payouts are earned and processed, as well as outline the expectations for account use. By trading in an Express funded account, you're agreeing to follow these rules and any updates we make.
Okay, again, rule adherence is determined solely. Rule adherence is determined solely by TopStep based on your account activity, not by the trading reports or platform metrics. Think about that, traders. Think about what that's saying, okay? Think about that. Eligibility.
Eligibility requirements. Complete 5. Winning days of $150 plus. Request up to 50% of your account balance, up to $5,000. 90/10 profit split. After the first payout, a minimum payout balance must be met for subsequent payouts. Express funded account consistency. Consistency XFA. An alternative payout option designed for traders who meet the consistency target. Eligibility requirements. Trade a minimum of 3 days. Achieve the 40% consistency target. Request up to 50% of your account balance, up to $6,000. 90/10 profit split. Each payout can be up to 50% of your account's reward balance, with a max of $5,000 standard or $6,000 consistency XFA per payout. Once a payout is approved, the payout amount is subtracted from your account balance. How do profit splits work? Traders keep 90% of their profits and TopStep keeps 10%, up to the maximum payout allowed under the selected payout policy. Any money in your Express account is always at risk and can be lost due to trading activity. If your Express funded account hits the maximum loss limit, it will be permanently closed. If you choose to close your Express funded account and are eligible for a payout, you may receive up to 50% of your current reward balance, capped at $5,000. Any remaining balance will be forfeited. Top Step reserves the right to close your positions or disable your account at any time, with or without notice. You cannot receive an express funded account if you've been convicted of any felony or a misdemeanor involving dishonesty, fraud, or financial misconduct. You've been disciplined by the NFA or CFTC. You have unresolved debt with a clearing firm. You've used a fraudulent credit card or initiated a chargeback. If any of the above are found to be true, you will not get a refund for any fees paid. You're expected to follow Top Step's terms of use and trade responsibly. You can read more about that here.
Now, I like some of these rules, right? Like, seriously, you cannot receive an express fund account if you've been convicted of a felony or misdemeanor involving dishonesty, fraud, and financial misconduct. That's cool, right? Or you've been disciplined by the NFA or CFTC. Great. Unresolved debt with a clearing firm or used fraudulent credit cards or initiated a chargeback. That's great. The companies have to protect themselves, right? I agree with all that, right? Look up here, though. It says right here, which is very important. Top Step, look at right here. Top Step reserves the right to close your positions, disable your account at any time, with or without notice. Okay, not on Top Step, but say you were at another prop firm and you had $500,000, $600,000 in your account. They reserve that right too. So what makes you think that you're any different than anyone else? You want to chance that, right? Think about it. You want to chance that, or why don't you just take payouts? So if you keep getting base hits on your payouts, then what is there to transfer, right? Because they can't have it both ways. They can't put someone at risk. Think about this, traders. Think about this. Really, really think about it. You're going to put yourself at risk, basically YOLOing or, trading or pushing the envelope and getting a great trading day that day and then build upon that to have it just taken away from you for any reason. They can find any reason whatsoever to deny you. And what are you going to do? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. Lawyer up? Yeah, but how are you going to lawyer up with just $5,000 that they're not paying you? Now, if you went up to $1 million and they didn't pay you, oh yeah, you lawyer up, right? Yeah, you get the big dogs out, right? With those that have money and those that have had to fight for themselves and make things right, they know what I mean and understand. They know what I mean. Yeah, you lawyer up. And then there's disclosure. And prop firms don't want all that. Prop firms don't want to have to disclose all of their tricks of the trade. Hell no, they don't. No. But don't run these accounts up, right? Think about it. Don't run these accounts up. Pay yourself. You earned it. You went through a testing phase. Maybe you didn't. But if you go through a testing phase, take your payouts. Do not treat them as if they're, the slot machine, okay? Treat them with respect. Treat all prop firms with respect. Allow them to show their money hands, their dirty hands. Don't you be dirty. Just see what you can do. Take consistent payouts, and then they will show you their money hands, right? It's the actions, not the words. Let's go ahead and see if we can find more.
Traders can have a maximum of 5 active or pending XFAs at one time. Once you pay the reactivation fee, your account will be pending until the start of the next trading session. A back to funded eligible XFA remains eligible for 7 calendar days before expiring. If you are at the 5 active or pending XFA limit, you cannot activate a new XFA. If no action is taken within 7 days, the back to funded offer expires and will be automatically declined.
Okay, let's talk about this. Traders can have a maximum of 5 active pending XFAs at one time. And this is not bashing Top Step. All I'm doing is reading information. Okay, I'm just reading information. That's what I'm doing. This isn't about bashing. Okay, so don't get this wrong. So you have to read these rules, and it's a contractual agreement. And if you don't understand the rules, traders, then, if I don't read all the rules, and sometimes I get pinched by some of the rules, and then I go back and learn the hard way, okay? Don't learn the hard way if you're just trying to learn how to trade. All I want to do is trade. And a lot of times I'll learn that I did something that I'm not supposed to by accident or whatever, go back and go, oh, shit, I didn't know that, or oh, shit, I didn't know this existed, right? I mean, the common sense ones, you don't have to read, but here it's saying that you can have 5 active or pending XFAs at one time, right? So my question to you is, why do you even want 5, right? Why do you want 5? Because if you think you're going to get 5 $150,000 accounts to $150,000, you may want to watch my videos. Because I'm not so sure that's going to happen anymore. I'm not so sure you're going to be able to take one account to $150,000 unless it was too quick for them to react, right? I'm not so sure you're going to get it there. So think about it. Think about what you say, and then how much of that money is actually yours? Because if it's supposed to be an express funded account, well, what does funded mean? What's the definition of funded? I don't know. Look it up. What is the definition of funded? Payout policy right here.
Back to funded XFAs follow the same payout rules as the XFA you reactivated. Reactivated standard XFAs may request a payout after 5 winning days of $150 or more. Reactivated consistency XFAs may request a payout after meeting the 40% consistency target.
No problem. I like consistency targets, right? I mean, that's cool. It's just a parameter, right? There's no pros and cons to it. I like the consistency target a lot better than the trailing drawdown, right? Because the trailing drawdown is a little tricky. A little tricky with the slippage in there. A trailing times 3 or 4 trailing drawdown in a fast market, right? So, $150 a day. I mean, like I said, I have traders come on here and say, hell, they could do that with their eyes closed, right? I mean, think about it. Once you learn how to trade, yeah, pretty much. And then disclaimers.
Traders must be in good standing to participate in back to funded accounts with focused trader plan, FTP, restrictions, or those under review for fraud, manipulation, or compliance concerns are not eligible. Top Step reserves the right to modify or discontinue back to funded at any time. Back to funded reactivations are final and non-refundable.
See, this is like any business though. Top Step reserves the right to modify or discontinue back to funded. They have to have that language in there, traders. It is not picking on a trader. They have to have everything that you think that's negative against you. They have to have that. They have to limit fraud. They have to limit fuckery. They really do. They have to limit that stuff. So I want to try to find live. I want to try to find the live information. Let's see if we can do that.
Last updated, February 9th, 2026. These rules apply to all activity in your live funded account and are part of the agreement you accepted with Top Step Funded LLC. Top Step. By using a live funded account, you confirm that you understand and agree to follow all of these rules and any updates we make. How these rules work. These rules work alongside your live funded account agreement. If there is ever a conflict between the two, these rules take precedence.
Top Step reserves the right to update these rules at any time, with or without notice. You must follow the rules outlined here or in any other communication from Top Step. Payout eligibility and the processing of payouts are governed by these rules and the terms of the agreement. Review of activity. Top Step determines whether you're following the rules based on your actual trading activity. This is not based on what appears in your trading reports or your trading platform. In other words, they don't even believe what they see, right? I always tell you, believe half of what you see and nothing you hear, okay? Believe half of what you read and nothing you hear, right? So that's what they're telling you also is they see that you're making profits, but they don't believe you're making profits. They can say that, right? You can say that you made the profits in the right way and legitimate way, such as, yeah, hey, over here. And they try to ban you. And then you prove that you have that skill, right? And then they go, oh, okay, we're sorry. You're real. You see what I'm saying? But they can automatically just cut you off without notice. And then you have to prove it's backwards from, the American court system, right? You're guilty until proven innocent. No, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. I mean, this is America, right? But a lot of people don't live by those American values, right? Who are they? I don't know. You have to find out.
Live funded account overview. The live funded account call up is designed to help traders transition successfully from simulated performance to live trading through a performance-based capital release structure. When called up to live, you begin with 20% of your eligible starting account balance available for trading. The remaining balance becomes available as defined profit milestones are achieved. Additional balance access is released as you achieve defined profit milestones. Capital expansion is reviewed weekly. Payout eligibility is separate from capital expansion. This structure allows traders to safely scale in while adjusting to live market conditions, working with the risk team, and maintaining a clear path to full account access.
Okay, let's get into this. Live, okay? Once again, thank you, Top Step, for allowing traders to do this and trade and everything else. It's a business plan. You can't argue about a business plan. A business plan is a business plan. It's their business plan. You don't like the business plan? Don't trade there. Bottom line, if I don't like the business plan, I won't trade there. So once again, it's a contractual agreement. Know what you're getting into, right? And then once you're into it, don't complain about it once you've already put yourself in that situation. Read the rules. If you don't like the rules, move on. Right? But stand firm when you are right about something. Stand firm when you're not treated equal. Stand firm and explain. Hey, this isn't right. Have a voice, right? Have a voice. But don't take advantage of people. Don't take advantage of them because they're there for a purpose and they have a business. So let's go in, and I'm not critiquing this. Let's just check it out. You begin with 20% of your eligible starting account balance available for trading. That's a whole lot of words in a sentence. What does that mean? Not a whole lot. You begin with 20% of your eligible starting account balance. Which account balance? What does eligible mean? And why is a portion of it eligible and the rest is not? Good question. If you make money in your accounts, and once again, okay, you begin with 20% of your eligible starting account balance. Eligible starting account balance. Did we have an assumptions or traders that are in XFAs, racking this all the way up to $150,000, don't they assume, based on all of the history and scuttlebutt and all this stuff going around, that they were actually transferring $150,000 over there? Yeah, I could say that that was the public opinion, right? But remember, my opinion and your opinion and all of our opinion, including Top Step's opinion, doesn't matter. The facts are the facts. It's the facts that basically override any opinions. So 20% of your eligible starting balance. So let's just take 100,000. And I'm not doing the calculations because I don't know exactly what they're talking about here. Okay. But if you made $100,000, that means $20,000 is only available for you, and the $80,000 you didn't really make. Remember I said a long time ago that you're having to make 3 times the amount. Now listen to my math. Okay. Because I like math. Math doesn't lie. It's either right or wrong. There's no gray area in math. Listen to my math, traders. Listen to me carefully. I have always said that if you're making $100, I had mentees on, I recently had a mentee on, when I smashed the close button in profit, it gave me basically 30%, 33% of what my profit was showing. I keep saying this over and over again. We're having to make about 3 times the amount of what we actually show. So you are being squeezed intentionally or unintentionally. It's the platforms, it's the data feed, it's everything else. It's the lagging in price, it's lagging in closing, it's everything. You are actually having to make about 3 times the amount that you actually see. And you don't know that. But when you trade size, you're going to see it, right? Is it means that somebody's committing fraud? No, it's not what this is saying. What I'm saying is you're basically having to make 3 times the amount from what I see with my size than what's actually registering on the account or platforms. And it's never in my favor. It's never in my favor where I'm actually seeing 3 times the amount. Like if I'm up $100 and I close it, I'm up $300. No, it's always against you. It's always against you. So if it's always against you, then it's called a pattern, right? Think about this. If it's always against you, it is a pattern. Would you agree upon that? It's a pattern against you, right? It's never, you never know. No, you do know. If you trade a lot and you trade hundreds of thousands of trades, you know what's going on. You know what's going on with the highest probability. It's a pattern that's against you, not a pattern that's for you. And if it's pattern against you, then it's a pattern that is profitable for who? The business, right? So that means you have to make 3 times the amount of money to register. So knowing that negative point of view, knowing that those negative facts, in a sense that it will fluctuate, right? Now, all of a sudden, when you make your 100,000, and you may have had to make 300,000 to actually get that 100,000 on the board, now you're going to take 20% of that, and you're only allowed to trade 20% of that, hypothetically, whatever the plan is, right? So you think you're going to get there gambling? A 50% hit rate, 51% hit rate, a 60% hit rate? You don't have more money than the prop firms because they have an endless supply of money. It's kind of like the live market, right? So the more participants that keep going over to the prop firms, you with your 50% hit rate, you with your YOLO attitude is not going to last. So come on over to Breathing with the Markets and I'll show you how to outlast the markets. Not how to outlast the prop firms. I'm going to show you how to outlast the markets. The prop firms are just a middleman or middlewoman, right? You have a contractual agreement. Okay. I give it to you real, right? A real fucking trader, real talk. So let's get back into what they're actually saying. 20% of your eligible starting account balance. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to have to make more. So now that you've made it the first time in your XFA, you had to go through all of these problems to get there, and discipline if you didn't YOLO. Now, all of a sudden, they say, prove yourself again. Prove you can do it again, traders. That's what they're essentially saying. You worked your ass off to get that account up to that level, whatever it means. Maybe it's $15,000. Maybe that's a lot of money for you. It is a lot of money for a lot of people, right? Think about it. $5,000, $1,000 is a lot of money for a lot of people, right? But you have these people get it to $100,000. All of a sudden, they say 20% of that is actually yours. Well, if 20% of that is actually yours, then why don't the prop firms give you that 20% and put it in your bank account and reward you and say, great job, Johnny. Great job, Lucy. Good job, Jill. Good job. Great job, Johnny. Here's the $20,000. Put it in your bank. You deserve it. You earned it. And then the $80,000 of the funded account, we're going to move it over to live for you. And then you can trade that. But no, that's not what happens. Through someone else's experience, not my experience, but someone else's experience, and take these words lightly. Believe nothing you hear. Do your own homework. I'm just having fun. But let's talk some reality. Now, all of a sudden, you go over there, have an assumption that you're going to have $100,000 that you worked so hard with to trade. You get over there, it's $20,000. And it's the $20,000 that you could have taken out in payouts that you could have paid for your college funds, or you could have paid for your child's medical bills, your child's school, child's car, what they needed to build a foundation for life. Whatever it is. Medical bills for your family. Maybe someone's not feeling well. Maybe a grandparent, grandmother's not feeling well. Right? Sending money somewhere Think about this. But no, we're going to hoard that money. We're going to transfer it over. We're not going to allow you to take it out. And we want 10% every time that you make a withdrawal from it. And you have to prove it again that you can make that $80,000. And we're going to do it step by step. But they claim that they're using their own money. Wait a minute, I'm a bit confused. How are they using their own money if they transfer 20% of that over? When you were able to take that out, that's your money. That's not their money because they prevented you from taking a payout. It's simple math. It's a transfer of funds. So once it's transferred, it's out of your name. It's transferred into apparently a live account. Maybe, do they have something on the back end that's actually following your trades? I don't know. They could follow your trades knowing that you can trade. But if you're someone like myself that takes payouts, they never know, hey, when's this guy going to take a payout or not? But think about it. So when they take the transfer over, they're using your money that you were rightfully due. You didn't have a say so because it's without notice. They can do whatever they want without notice. And you can't go back. It's subjective. It's not a rules-based where it applies to everyone. Some people can get to 100,000. Hey, let Johnny go ahead and get to 100,000. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, it's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. It's not the same for everyone. I keep telling all of you, it's not the same. They don't treat all traders the same. I'm not talking about one prop firm. I'm talking about all the prop firms. They cannot sit here and go to court with a straight face and say they treat every trader the same. Impossible. Prove it. Impossible. So if they don't treat everyone the same, why do you think they treat you the same? Are you that naive to reality? Capital expansion is reviewed weekly. Capital expansion? Haven't you already earned it? Starting accounts balance. Here you go.
Your live funded account includes two key values. 1, live account size. Top Step allows traders to have one active live funded account at a time. This step determines the account size of your live funded account if you have multiple express funded account sizes. Your live funded account size is based on the average account size of your active 1 live account size. Top Step allows traders to have one active live funded account at a time. This step determines the account size of your live funded account if you have multiple express funded account sizes. Your live funded account size is based on the average account size of your active and eligible express funded accounts. Only accounts with at least one payout are included. The average is rounded up to the next tier of $50,000, $100,000, or $150,000. Your live funded account maximum starting balance, rules, and limits are based on this cap size. 2, starting balance and unlock structure. Your actual starting balance is based on the combined total balance of your eligible express funded accounts up to your live account maximum starting balance. Example, 2 times $50K plus $100,000 plus $150,000, $87,500 average rounds to $100,000 live size. At live activation, 20% of your combined total balance is available for trading. The remaining balance unlocks in 20% increments through performance milestones. Each unlock releases 20% of your available balance until you reach your live account starting balance. Top Step may make discretionary exceptions for select traders based on performance and risk evaluation. Balance expansion through performance. Additional available balance becomes accessible through net profit milestones achieved in the live funded account. These milestones are the same profit targets achieved in the trading combine. Additional rules. Balance expansion does not change payout eligibility rules. Profits must be net since the last unlocked available balance event. Expansion is reviewed no more than once per calendar week. Your net profits will be measured after market close on Friday of each week. Approved unlocked available balances are typically applied by the following Tuesday. Traders may continue unlocking balance access until 100% of the account starting balance has been made available for trading. Dynamic live risk expansion. Your daily loss limit adjusts with your account balance, so the more you profit, the more room you'll have to trade. Once you reach $100,000, you can contact the trade desk to request higher contract limits. If your account enters a drawdown, the path to reduction helps manage risk by tightening limits until you recover. Daily loss limit. Your daily loss limit and starting contract limits are set by your live account size. If the daily loss limit is reached, positions are flattened, orders are canceled, and trading pauses until the next session. This pause is not a rule violation. Review the full rules. Your daily loss limit continues to scale up or down with your available balance. If the daily loss limit is reached, positions are flattened, orders are canceled. Trading is paused until the next trading session. This pause is not a rule violation. Asterisk if the account is auto-liquidated with a balance less than $500, the trader forfeits the account. Scaling plan. The scaling plan, as described here, is based on the account balance. Initially, traders' purchasing power will be set to the minimum tier of the scaling plan. As trader gains experience, trader may request an increase. Trader will initially be required to scale trader's contract size in order to sustain a possible drawdown and to support trader's success in the live funded account. The lot size will increase or decrease according to the graph below as the account balance increases or decreases. $0 to $1,500 profit. Performance bonuses. The Top Step Live Performance Bonus is an incentive program that allows consistently profitable live funded traders to earn over $250,000 in cash bonuses. Traders work their way up the bonus ladder one level at a time, unlocking a new cash bonus each calendar month they hit a qualifying profit target. This bonus is designed to reward consistency, discipline, and long-term growth. Performance bonuses are independent of payouts and balance expansion. You can find all the details here. Stay live. Know the rules. Daily loss limit. Trader expectations. Path to reduction. Trading in an express funded account. Make sure you're familiar with the rules and objectives of the express funded account before progressing to a live funded account. By using a live funded account, you acknowledge and agree to the following. Protective stops required. You must place a protective stop order on every open position. Account inactivity. If no trades are placed within a 90-day period, your live funded account will be considered abandoned and permanently closed. Any remaining funds will be allocated according to your agreement. Availability. You must be reachable at the phone number you provided to TopStep at all times while actively trading. Account control. TopStep reserves the right to liquidate any open positions and suspend or close your live funded account, temporarily or permanently, with or without notice.
There you go. Again.
Eligibility requirements. You are not eligible for a live funded account if responsible trading. You are expected to follow TopStep's responsible trading guidelines, which outline the standards and conduct expected of all live traders found here. Path to reduction. The path to reduction is a tiered system that helps manage risk in a live funded account, LFA, during a drawdown. When your account experiences significant losses from your starting balance, our risk team will monitor your performance and eventually reach out for a shoulder tap. Payouts do not count as drawdown and do not impact your risk tier. Drawdown is based solely on losses from your LFA starting balance. Important. Reckless or undisciplined trading in a live funded account may result in the forfeiture of live capital. Trading in an express funded account. Make sure you're familiar with the rules and objectives of the express funded account before progressing to a live funded account.
Traders. Genius. Top step, verbiage, words, language, genius. Why do you think that you're going to beat a system that without notice, without cause, based on their own subjective thoughts, desires, unexplainable trading behavior, boom, your live account, your rightfully earned money that you could have taken a payout from, is that live? That's for you to decide. But each and every day we go through this. It is genius on how all this stuff, a genius wrote all of this stuff, and it's lawyer lingo, right? It's lawyer lingo to protect themselves from fraudsters and to give them an out from paying somebody if they believe, based on their information, not your information, based on their information, their beliefs, that you may have broken a rule or may not have broken a rule, but without notice. It's kind of like an at-will work, right? You can leave the job or they can fire you for anything, for any reason, or let you go at will, without notice. It's the same thing. Trading. Think about it. Think about it. When you read these rules, think about it. You're not transferring money that's yours. Well, wait a minute. You thought it was yours. No. And what you see is not what you get. I told you, believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. But you didn't listen to me. I've been on YouTube about a year now, because I was tired of all the fuckery going on. I wanted to get back to the community, but you're following fates. If you don't listen to my guidance, and you don't listen to what I say, and you don't like how I say it, trading's not for you. It's not for you. You're not going to beat a system that is against you. Why? Because they have more money than you. It's very simple. They have more money than you. It's like the market. Therefore, you have to trade against the market. You don't trade against the prop firm. The prop firms have their own business plan, and the business plan is genius. The business plan is they always have the final say until lawyers get involved, right? But they have the language in there. So they put the language in there to beef up their case, that if somebody wants to try to sue them, then they have the upper hand at that point in time, depending on what's going on, right? So as these prop firms continue to change the rules, tighten the rules, and then squeeze, because it's probabilities. What is the probability that when you transfer $100,000 over in any prop firm, and they have rules in order for you to gain or get access to the 100,000, that you have to continue to climb the stairs when you already climbed the stairs? The odds are against you. So instead of you taking payouts paying yourself for the rewards from good behavior, you decided that you were going to have the world's record. You're going to claim the fucking world record of a $2.5 million payout from a prop firm. You want to fucking claim that you got a world record when not everyone's able to participate? When people like myself is put on hold for 8 fucking days? When people like myself is not paid like everyone else in 24 hours, even though you advertise that? Like people like myself are not able to access test accounts? You want to claim a fucking record? Stop the bird chesting around and start to think fucking logically. Because you didn't get there because you were treated the same way. It's simple. What about the affiliates burning through 1,200, 1,500 test accounts? And those test accounts are free because all of the traders are using their codes. Is that okay? You think that's cool, right? You think that's cool, where you have affiliates burning through test accounts and you think they're heroes. It's not okay. It's a gambling community. And I'm not saying every affiliate out there is sour, but use your head, traders. What would a reasonable and prudent person do? You think that they're actually buying places in Florida, in the Keys, all over the place, Rolls Royces, everything else? You think it's based on trading? They're YOLOing. They're YOLO crews, trading free accounts. And the prop firms give them free accounts to give to you. It's a business plan. It's genius. But only a chosen few have the right to do that. Didn't they reduce a bunch? But they didn't reduce all of the YOLO crews and the gambling people because they look at subscribers. They look at their pocketbook regardless of whether it's right or wrong. It's all about the almighty dollar. I teach traders to trade from zero each and every day. Why? Because that takes a skill. And if you want to learn a skill, come on over to breathingwiththemarkets.com and I will teach you one-on-one. It's fucking real. It will always be real. I can back my shit up. I prove it to the mentees over and over and over again. I don't have to make one other video in my lifetime about my trading. You can go back and watch the over 500 videos that I made. You don't see them showing executions after executions. I'm not being paid by these affiliate programs or prop firms. But traders, if you want to keep it real, come on over to breathingwiththemarkets.com. Like, pass, share, everything. Help this community grow. It's real. I'm not buying likes. I'm not going to all of a sudden get on here, half fucking nude and telling you I'm going to draw a trend line and then I'm going to trade on a 1-hour chart and only do a live stream for an hour. And then all of a sudden I'm gonna do a live stream when I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, and then I'm gonna say, oh well, I'm getting ready to close this trade, traders. I've been in this trade for 4 days on a 1-hour chart, and I just wanted to show you why I got in this trade. I'm gonna close the trade during the live stream because I want you to see that I'm capable of making profit on a 1-hour chart. But 4 days ago they didn't tell you why they got in that. They're only telling you the fucking fake ass P&L. But you're not smart enough to figure that out, are you? That's why you're listening to me, because I'm telling you that if they cannot explain why they got in there, when they got in, run. Because there's people like me that actually know how to follow the market. And if you know how to follow the market, you can call bullshit. I wish you well. Remember, this is not bashing prop firms. This is about you read the fine lines. Believe nothing you fucking hear. Believe half of what you see. I wish you well. Peace, traders.